Have you ever felt overwhelmed by emotional attachment? Perhaps you find yourself entangled in a cycle of dependence, unable to break free from the ties that bind you. You're not alone. This struggle is all too common and can leave us feeling powerless and stuck, like a bird confined to a cage, longing to soar but unsure how to escape. But here's the silver lining. Change is not only possible, it's well within your reach. Imagine embracing a life where you can move forward with clarity and purpose, unburdened by the weight of attachments that drain your energy and cloud your judgment. Today, we'll delve into the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. These ancient thinkers recognized that our emotional well-being hinges on our ability to detach from external validations and circumstances. They taught us that the key to inner peace lies in understanding the nature of our attachments and learning how to let go. Together, we'll uncover key principles that will guide you towards emotional freedom, equipping you with practical tools to break free from the chains of emotional dependency. If you're ready to embark on this transformative journey and reclaim your power, then this video is for you. So, take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's begin our journey towards mastering the art of detachment. 2. Context and background. To truly grasp the concept of emotional detachment, we must first understand the philosophy that underpins it, Stoicism. Originating in ancient Greece, Stoicism is not just a philosophy. It's a way of life that offers profound insights into the nature of our emotions and the world around us at its core. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. This distinction is crucial. It's like standing on a shore and watching the waves roll in. You may not have the power to change the tides, but you can certainly choose how you react to them. This sense of agency is what Stoicism instills in us, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The teachings of Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasize that our attachments, whether to people, outcomes, or possessions, often cloud our judgment and lead to unnecessary suffering. Think about it. When we cling too tightly to something, we give it power over us, allowing it to dictate our happiness and emotional state. This is the very essence of attachment. Imagine you're watching a gripping movie. The characters become so intertwined with your emotions that you start to feel their pain and joy as if it were your own. But when the credits roll, the story concludes, and you realize that their struggles are not your reality. Stoicism teaches us to adopt a similar perspective in life, to appreciate the beauty of our experiences without becoming overly attached to them. Throughout this video, we'll explore how to apply these timeless Stoic principles to cultivate emotional freedom and resilience. By understanding that our worth is inherent and not contingent upon others' opinions or our circumstances, we can begin to detach from unhealthy attachments that hold us back as we move forward. I invite you to reflect on your own attachments. What weighs heavily on your heart? What emotions do you find difficult to manage? Together, we'll unravel these complexities and discover a path to emotional liberation. Stay with me as we embark on this enlightening journey, diving deeper into the Stoic teachings that can transform your emotional landscape. 3. Practical application. Welcome back. Now that we've uncovered the profound lessons of Stoic philosophy, it's time to translate that wisdom into action. In this segment, we'll explore practical strategies that you can implement in your daily life to help you detach emotionally and cultivate a greater sense of freedom. These 5 actionable strategies are designed to empower you, allowing you to take control of your emotions and transform your perspective. Each approach is rooted in Stoic teachings, providing you with the tools necessary to navigate your emotional landscape with confidence. So, whether you're dealing with difficult relationships, the stress of daily life, or simply seeking a deeper sense of inner peace, stay with us as we delve into these practical applications. Let's embark on this journey toward emotional detachment together. Identify your attachments. Let's dive into our first practical strategy: identifying your attachments. This step is crucial because, without awareness, we can easily remain trapped in a cycle of emotional dependency. The first thing I encourage you to do is take a moment for self-reflection. Grab a notebook or open a notes app on your phone. Whatever works best for you, start by asking yourself, who or what am I overly attached to? This could be a person, a situation, or even an object. Maybe it's a close friend or family member whose approval you constantly seek. Or perhaps it's a job that defines your self-worth. It might even be material possessions that bring you comfort but hold you back from experiencing life fully. Write down these attachments as they come to mind. Next, take a moment to acknowledge the feelings that arise when you think about these attachments. Do you feel anxiety when considering the possibility of losing them? Or perhaps a sense of joy or security? Understanding the emotions tied to these attachments is essential. They provide insights into why you hold on so tightly and how they may influence your happiness, for example. If you realize you're overly attached to a romantic partner, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Is it because you fear being alone? Or maybe this person fulfills a role that you believe you cannot live without. Recognizing these underlying feelings can help you understand the root causes of your attachment. This is where Stoic philosophy comes into play. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of understanding our desires and fears. He believed that by examining our attachments, we can gain control over them rather than allowing them to control us. This reflective process can be incredibly liberating. I encourage you to list not only your attachments, but also the feelings associated with each one. This can be as simple as a few words or phrases. Perhaps you might write, I feel anxious when I think about losing my job, or I feel fulfilled when I'm with my best friend. The act of writing helps solidify your thoughts and brings clarity to your emotional landscape once you've identified these attachments and acknowledged your feelings. You're one step closer to understanding how they influence your life. This process isn't just about recognizing what you're attached to. It's about taking ownership of your emotions and starting the journey towards emotional detachment. Remember, awareness is the first step to transformation. So take your time with this exercise. Reflect, write, and be honest with yourself. This is the foundation upon which we will build as we continue our journey towards emotional freedom. Let's move on to the next strategy. Understand the root cause. Now that you've identified your attachments, it's time to dig deeper and understand the root cause of these feelings. This step is vital for your emotional growth because it allows you to confront the underlying fears or needs driving your attachments. Ask yourself, why am I so attached to this person, object, or situation? Is it a fear of loneliness that drives you to cling to a relationship? Or perhaps a longing for validation that keeps you tied to a job? The key is to approach this inquiry with curiosity rather than judgment. Take a moment to think about this. When you feel that pang of attachment, what emotions surface? Do you experience anxiety, a sense of loss, or an overwhelming need for affirmation? This is your inner self trying to communicate. Often, our attachments stem from unmet emotional needs or past experiences that shape how we connect with others, for instance. If you realize your attachment to a friend is tied to a fear of being alone, explore that fear. Ask yourself, what does being alone represent for me? Perhaps it evokes feelings of unworthiness or abandonment. Understanding this can empower you to redefine your relationship with solitude. Remember, loneliness doesn't define your worth. It's an opportunity for self-discovery. Another common root cause is the need for validation. We often seek approval from others to feel good about ourselves. Ask yourself, why do I need this approval? Is it because of societal pressures, family expectations, or past experiences where your self-esteem was linked to others' opinions? By recognizing these patterns, you can begin to detach your self-worth from external validation. The Stoics believe that true self-worth comes from within. Marcus Aurelius advised us to focus on our actions and intentions rather than the opinions of others. By embracing this philosophy, we can start to cultivate an inner sense of worth that doesn't depend on external circumstances. Once you've identified the root causes, write them down. This creates a visual reminder of what influences your emotional attachments. This practice not only fosters awareness, but also helps you challenge these attachments constructively. Remember, acknowledging these feelings is the first step toward change. So take your time with this introspection. Understanding the roots of your attachments will lay the groundwork for emotional freedom. Embrace this journey of self-discovery as we move forward to the next strategy. Shift your perspective. Now that you've taken the time to understand your attachments and their roots, it's time to shift your perspective. This is a crucial step in the journey toward emotional freedom. The first thing to recognize is that your worth is not tied to these attachments. You are enough just as you are. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that our value is dependent on relationships, possessions, or the approval of others. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us that true worth comes from within. The external world may be unpredictable, but your self-worth should remain steadfast. Consider this. When you feel the urge to cling to an attachment, pause and remind yourself that your identity is not defined by who you are with or what you have. Instead, reflect on your strengths, values, and passions. Ask yourself, what qualities do I appreciate in myself? What makes me unique? By acknowledging your intrinsic value, you create a foundation that is immune to the ebbs and flows of external circumstances. You are a whole person, worthy of love and respect regardless of your attachments. A powerful tool for reinforcing this perspective is the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that can help reshape your self-image and build self-esteem. When you repeat affirmations regularly, they begin to rewire your thinking, replacing negative beliefs with empowering ones. You can create affirmations tailored to your specific needs. For example, if you struggle with feelings of inadequacy when you're not in a relationship, you might say, "I am whole and complete on my own." Or if you feel your worth is tied to your job, try affirming, "My value is not defined by my career." To make these affirmations more effective, practice them daily. You can say them in front of a mirror, write them down in a journal, or even record yourself and listen to them. The key is repetition. The more you affirm your worth, the more you'll believe it. Shifting your perspective takes time and effort, but it's a journey worth embarking on. As you start to recognize that your worth is inherent and independent of your attachments, you'll find the freedom to detach without fear or anxiety. Remember, you are enough. Let this affirmation guide you as we continue on our path to emotional detachment and self-discovery. Engage in meaningful activities. As we continue our journey towards emotional detachment, let's explore the power of engaging in meaningful activities. Filling your time with things that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment can be a transformative experience. This not only distracts you from unhealthy attachments, but also enriches your life in ways you might not have imagined. Start by reflecting on what activities truly resonate with you. What brings a smile to your face? What makes your heart race with excitement? Whether it's a hobby, exercise, or spending quality time with loved ones, these moments of joy are essential. They remind you of the things that make life worthwhile and help shift your focus away from attachments that may no longer serve you. Engaging in activities that you love not only provides an outlet for self-expression, but also fosters a sense of accomplishment. When you immerse yourself in a hobby, whether it's painting, gardening, or learning a new instrument, you're actively creating a narrative of fulfillment that doesn't rely on external validation. Consider exercise. For instance, physical activity releases endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones, which can elevate your mood and provide a natural sense of happiness. Whether it's going for a run, practicing yoga, or joining a dance class, find a way to get moving that feels good to you. Moreover, spending quality time with loved ones can significantly enhance your emotional well-being. Connecting with friends and family offers a sense of belonging and reminds you of the supportive relationships you have in your life. Plan regular catch-ups, game nights, or outdoor adventures to foster these meaningful connections. Remember, it's not just about being busy, it's about being purposeful with your time. Prioritize activities that make you feel alive, engaged, and fulfilled. Create a list of activities you've always wanted to try and make it a goal to explore them. What's something you've always wanted to learn or do? This could be picking up a new language, exploring photography, or volunteering for a cause you care about. The key is to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the opportunities around you by engaging in meaningful activities. You not only distract yourself from unhealthy attachments, but also cultivate a life that is rich with purpose and joy. As you fill your time with what brings you happiness, you'll find that emotional detachment becomes more manageable. Now, let's move on to our next lesson, where we'll embrace the concept of abundance. Embrace the concept of abundance. As we continue our exploration of emotional detachment, let's delve into the powerful concept of abundance. Often, we hold on to attachments out of fear of loss, fear of the unknown, and fear that if we let go, we won't receive anything in return. But what if I told you that by embracing abundance, you can transform your perspective and open the door to incredible new opportunities when we talk about abundance? We're not just referring to material wealth. Abundance is about recognizing the infinite possibilities that life offers. It's about understanding that the universe has a way of rewarding you when you let go of what no longer serves you. By releasing attachments, you create space for new experiences, relationships, and opportunities to flow into your life. Consider this. Every time you relinquish an unhealthy attachment, you're not losing something valuable. Instead, you're making room for something even better. Trust that the universe is abundant. When you step back and allow life to unfold naturally, you may find yourself presented with opportunities you never anticipated. Ask yourself, what fears are holding you back? Is it the fear of being alone? The fear of not being good enough? Acknowledge these feelings, but don't let them dictate your actions. Embracing abundance means challenging these fears and reminding yourself that you are worthy of love, success, and joy. Regardless of your current attachments, practicing gratitude can be a powerful tool in shifting your mindset toward abundance. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. This practice helps reinforce the belief that life has so much to offer and reminds you of the abundance already present in your life. Imagine releasing your attachments, allowing the universe to surprise you. What dreams have you put on hold because you were afraid to let go? When you embrace abundance, you're not just creating space, you're also inviting growth and new experiences. Letting go may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential to remember that every ending is merely a new beginning. By trusting in the abundance of the universe, you open yourself up to new opportunities that can enrich your life beyond measure. As you continue to detach from what no longer serves you, remember to embrace the concept of abundance. Trust that you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. Now, let's move forward to our next lesson, where we'll summarize and reflect on the strategies we've discussed today. For interactive section now, let's take a moment to engage in some self-reflection. As we've explored the principles of Stoic philosophy and discussed the importance of emotional detachment, it's time for you to put these ideas into practice. Reflection is a powerful tool, one that has been emphasized by Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. They understood that introspection leads to deeper self-awareness, allowing us to confront our attachments and the impact they have on our lives. To begin, I invite you to grab a journal or a piece of paper. Journaling is a fantastic way to clarify your thoughts and feelings, and it can serve as a tangible record of your journey toward emotional freedom. Let's delve into some questions that will guide you through this process. Think about the people, possessions, or situations that you feel overly attached to. This could be a relationship that is no longer serving you, a job that drains your energy, or even a belief that limits your potential. Identifying this attachment is the first step toward liberation. Next, reflect on how this attachment has affected your happiness. Consider, how has this attachment influenced my overall well-being? Is it bringing you joy, or is it causing you stress and anxiety? The Stoics believe that our emotions are often the result of our judgments about external circumstances. By critically examining these attachments, you'll gain insight into whether they enhance your life or hold you back. Now, let's move on to the next question. What steps can I take today to start this process? Think of actionable steps you can take, however small they may seem. This could be having a conversation to set boundaries, decluttering your space, or even practicing mindfulness to help shift your focus away from the attachment. Remember, progress is made in small increments. This reflection is crucial for your emotional freedom. By taking the time to write down your thoughts, you are taking responsibility for your own journey. The Stoics believe that our greatest power lies in our ability to choose how we respond to life's challenges as you ponder these questions. Remember that it's okay to feel a range of emotions. Letting go can be challenging, but it also opens the door to new beginnings. Take a few minutes to pause the video and write down your reflections. This practice of self-inquiry aligns perfectly with Stoic principles and will empower you as you navigate the journey ahead once you're ready. We'll continue our exploration into how we can apply these lessons to our daily lives. Remember, this journey is yours, and every step you take is a step toward greater emotional resilience and freedom. 5. Case study/real life example. Now, let me share a personal story that exemplifies the profound impact of Stoicism on our lives. It's a journey that many of you might resonate with. A moment of realization that led me to embrace the core tenets of Stoic philosophy a few years ago. I found myself in a relationship that, while comfortable and familiar, had begun to feel more like a security blanket than a true connection. At the time, I clung to this relationship, convinced that it was my source of happiness and stability. I feared that letting go would lead to loneliness and despair. This fear is something we can all relate to at different points in our lives. It's that instinct to hold on to what feels safe, even when it no longer serves our growth. But as I continued to hold on, a nagging realization began to dawn on me. By clinging to what was familiar, I was inadvertently shutting the door on potential joy and growth waiting just outside my comfort zone. This was a pivotal moment that mirrored the Stoic idea that our attachments often blind us to new opportunities. So, I began to question my feelings. What am I really afraid of? I realized it wasn't just about losing the relationship. It was also about confronting my own insecurities and the discomfort that comes with change. This self-examination, inspired by Stoic thought, illuminated a path forward. Finally, I made the difficult choice to let go. It was scary, I won't lie. The uncertainty felt overwhelming, and I questioned whether I'd ever find happiness again. But what I discovered on the other side of this decision was transformative. I learned that true happiness does not rely on the presence of another person. Rather, it stems from within. I began to focus on my own growth, exploring new interests, deepening my self-awareness, and investing time in relationships that nourished my spirit. I discovered the joy of being my own anchor, a concept heavily emphasized by Stoic philosophers. I understood that external circumstances do not dictate my emotional state. I have the power to cultivate joy from within. This journey taught me the fundamental Stoic lesson, that by letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for new opportunities, deeper connections, and a more profound sense of self. Just as Marcus Aurelius suggested, the obstacles we face are not inherently negative. They can be pathways to growth if we choose to view them that way. So, I encourage you to think about your own attachments. What relationships or beliefs are you holding on to? What potential joys could you uncover by letting go? Remember, the journey toward emotional freedom is a personal one, and it begins with the courage to embrace change. In the next segment, we'll summarize the key takeaways from today's discussion and provide actionable steps to incorporate these Stoic principles into your daily life. Let's continue this journey together. 6. Summary and takeaways. Now that we've journeyed through the profound teachings of Stoicism and explored practical strategies for emotional detachment, let's take a moment to recap the key lessons we've discussed today. These insights are not just philosophical concepts. They are actionable steps you can incorporate into your daily life to foster emotional resilience and inner peace. Point 1. Emotional detachment is essential. At the core of Stoic philosophy lies the idea that emotional detachment is crucial for achieving true freedom. Recognizing and letting go of attachments empowers us to reclaim our emotional autonomy. It's not about shutting down your feelings or becoming indifferent. Rather, it's about understanding what truly matters. When we learn to detach from unhealthy attachments, we free ourselves from the chains of anxiety and dependency. Remember, letting go can be the first step towards deeper joy and fulfillment. Point 2. Understand your attachments. Reflecting on your attachments is a vital exercise in self-awareness. Take a moment to consider, what are you attached to, and why? Are these attachments rooted in fear, insecurity, or a desire for validation? By understanding the motivations behind your attachments, you can gain valuable insights into your emotional landscape. This self-reflection allows you to confront the areas of your life that may be holding you back and opens the door to healing and growth. Point 3. Shift your perspective. One of the most empowering lessons from Stoicism is that your worth is not defined by others. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation from external sources, but true self-worth comes from within. Practice affirmations that reinforce your value independent of your relationships or circumstances. Embrace the belief that you are enough as you are. This shift in perspective can transform the way you engage with the world, leading to healthier relationships and a more fulfilling life. Point 4. Engage in fulfillment. Life is enriched by engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, volunteering, or spending quality time with loved ones, make it a priority to fill your days with meaningful experiences. When you focus on what truly makes you feel alive, you naturally detach from unhealthy attachments. Your energy shifts from clinging to what you fear losing to embracing the abundance of life's opportunities. Point 5. Trust in abundance. Finally, embrace the idea that letting go opens doors to new possibilities. This can be a challenging concept, especially when you fear loss. However, Stoicism teaches us to trust that the universe has a way of rewarding us with more than we let go. When you detach from what no longer serves you, you create space for new experiences and relationships that enrich your life. Cultivating a mindset of abundance allows you to see the potential in every situation. In summary, remember that detachment doesn't mean you care less. It means you understand better. It's about living life on your own terms, free from the burdens of unhealthy emotional attachments. By practicing emotional detachment through the lens of Stoicism, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. As we conclude this journey together, I encourage you to take these lessons to heart. Emotional freedom is a process, and like any journey, it takes time and practice. Start by implementing one small change today. Whether it's journaling your thoughts on attachment, engaging in a new hobby, or simply taking a moment to breathe and center yourself. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to our channel, where we explore the principles of Stoicism and how they can transform your life. Together, we can build a community of like-minded individuals committed to growth, understanding, and emotional resilience. Thank you for joining me today. May you find peace in detachment and strength in self-awareness as you continue your journey toward emotional freedom. Until next time, take care and remember, the power to shape your life lies within you. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you found the insights we explored on emotional detachment and Stoicism both enlightening and practical. If you resonated with today's discussion, I invite you to show your support by hitting that like button. Your feedback not only motivates me, but also helps others discover this content, allowing us to spread these vital teachings far and wide. Sharing this video with friends or family who might benefit from these insights is another great way to engage with our community. Remember, we're all on this journey together, and your shared experiences can inspire others to embrace emotional freedom. I'd also love to hear from you. Comment below with your thoughts on emotional detachment. What challenges do you face? And what steps are you taking to let go of unhealthy attachments? Your stories and reflections enrich our community, and I truly enjoy reading each and every one of them for those eager to dive deeper into personal growth. I have a special gift for you. I've compiled 3 essential Stoic rules for a fulfilling life that can further enhance your journey. Simply check the link in the description to claim yours. It's my way of saying thank you for being part of this community. So, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us as we explore more about Stoicism and practical strategies for living a fulfilled life. Together, we can support each other in this pursuit of wisdom and emotional freedom. Until next time, let's continue to spread the wisdom and lift each other up on this incredible journey. Take care.